Welcome to Good Dates Gone Bad. I'm your host, Lee, and I'm actually here in the studio. And I just wanted to share a story with you guys. It's from my second volume. It's called The Rock Star, and it's basically about a woman who worked in hospitality, and she was a very flirtatious cocktail server that used to always have these guys come in and visit her. And on this occasion, these two dudes walked in dressed in all in black, leather, had this rock star look, and she got a good vibe, so she gave the guy her phone number, and he called her that night. And they arranged to go on a date, and he decided to come pick her up. And her style was a little more preppy than his. She was dressed in a pink fuzzy sweater and a little black skirt, but he was digging it, and he picked her up from her apartment, and when he leaned in for a kiss on the cheek, she noticed he was about 2 inches shorter than she remembered. So that kind of started off a little weird for her. She preferred a little bit of a taller guy, but she kind of went with it. He didn't share with her where they were going to go on a date. He ended up taking her across the street from where she worked, which is where she frequented all the time because she got to know the bartenders there. And she thought that was kind of lame because he could have tried a little bit harder, and all the different places in that area he could have chose a better venue to go eat. But of course he wanted to feel like a rock star, and they sat at a table, and all the staff kept coming over to the table and joining them, which was not really feeling like a date anymore. But she thought, if I just get drunk, maybe I can make it through the night. So they made it through an appetizer / meal, and he decided he wanted to leave and go to another place called Fuzzy's. And Fuzzy's was a dive bar. They had live bands. The band was not playing at the moment, so she could actually talk to him. And she had these platform shoes on that kept falling, the heels kept falling between the wooden cracks of the floor. It was really a dive bar. So she was kind of linking arms with him and hanging on to him. And then the music started, and she could barely hear anything. One of the guys wanted to go do shots. She started drinking more. And as the night progressed, he decided, well, let's get out of here because we can't hear anyway. We'll go back to my place, which wasn't very far away, and I'll let my dog out. Famous last words, right? So she goes over to his place, and he has a cute little Dachshund, and the Dachshund won't let up, keeps wanting them to throw this tennis ball. And finally, he throws the tennis ball in the little basket nearby. And he's like, Zoe, go to bed. We're going to bed. And he starts walking down the hall. And she's thinking, oh, God, I thought he was going to take me home. Well, he doesn't. And he starts disrobing in front of her. And he's got this tight black shirt on that she happens to notice. He takes it off, and his belly falls into proper place. And then he's got on these tidy whities. And he proceeds to get under the covers with just his tidy whities on, practically patting the side beside him of the bed. And she asked him for a t-shirt and some boxers so she could get a little bit more comfortable than the going out clothes she had on. Reluctant, he got up and got those for her. And as she got into bed, she was worried that he would have octopus hands. And of course he did. He had octopus hands all night. She woke up with his body pressed up against her and felt his little member pressing up against her too, which turned her off because she could tell by his physique that he was not going to be impressive for her at all, or even a match. And she was right. So he ended up getting very disappointed that next morning because he wanted to, of course, score with her, and she was not interested in that. She got up, went to the bathroom, grabbed her handbag, quickly phoned her roommate, asked her roommate to come meet her, and gave her a little bit of time to get dressed and get out of his apartment. But as she was getting dressed, he pushed her. Oh, she was walking down the hall and turned around, and he was standing right there and grabbed the back of her head with his hand and laid a big old kiss on her. And she hated it because they both had terrible morning breath. It's disgusting. And then she's like, I just want to get dressed, and was trying to tell him that she had a ride and was annoyed that he was being so presumptuous. And as she's trying to step out of the boxers and quickly step into her skirt, he pushes her by the butt onto the bed and starts feeling all over her. And she's like, whoa, 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 dude. So now she's really turned off, and I mean, not cool that the guy did that at all. And as she's finishing getting dressed and trying to leave, he sits on the edge of the bed and starts pouting, which is not attractive at all. Ladies, run if the guy does that. Guys, please don't do that. It's a turn off. Obviously, the guy was very sexually frustrated. So she left. She just tried to give him a hug and say, thanks for last night, but I'm going to go. And he barely said 2 words to her, and she left, and she was grateful that she followed her instincts and got the hell out of there. And basically she realized that the little man with the little plan that she left behind, he fell short of her rock star fantasies. And that's my story. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more Good Dates Gone Bad.